November 13th, 1909. The small town of Cherry, Illinois, held a secret beneath its soil, a labyrinthine coal mine, teeming with life and labor. The St. Paul Coal Company's mine, with its 3 perilous veins, was a testament to human ambition and the perilous dance with the abyss. This day, however, would mark a descent into an inferno unlike any the world had seen before. On that fateful day, nearly 500 souls ventured into the depths, unaware that a monstrous flame awaited its moment of release. An innocuous coal car filled with hay, ignited from a mere kerosene lantern, spreading unseen for a treacherous 45 minutes. When the alarm finally sounded, it was already too late. The flames had found their path, devouring wooden supports and spreading chaos. Panic ensued. The mine's fan, reversed in a desperate attempt to quell the blaze, instead fanned the flames, setting the fan house and escape routes ablaze. The air grew toxic with the deadly black damp, a suffocating mix of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. The miners were trapped in a fiery tomb, their hopes dwindling with each passing moment. Yet amidst the horror, heroes emerged. Men like John Bundy led rescue attempts, making perilous trips into the depths. Their bravery was met with grim fate as the flames claimed them. For those trapped, survival meant improvisation, a makeshift wall, a pool of water from the earth's seams, and sheer willpower. 8 days later, 21 survivors, known as the 8-Day Men, clawed their way back to the surface, emerging from the maw of madness. The disaster was not without its harrowing tales of courage and sacrifice. Fathers, sons, and brothers made unthinkable decisions in those desperate hours. Some perished shielding their comrades from the blaze, while others succumbed to the poisonous air as they sought escape. The mine, once a symbol of prosperity, had become a nightmarish crypt, echoing with the cries of the doomed. The Cherry Mine disaster left an indelible scar on the fabric of history. 259 lives were lost, and the echoes of their suffering led to significant reforms in mine safety. The bravery and tragedy of that day prompted the establishment of more rigorous safety standards and the inception of the United States Bureau of Mines. Monuments now stand as solemn reminders of the inferno that once raged below Cherry, Illinois, a stark testament to humanity's fraught relationship with the subterranean unknown. Yet even as we memorialize those lost, we must remember the lessons wrought from the depths. The Cherry Mine disaster is not just a tale of tragedy, but a grim reminder of the price of human ambition. It beckons us to ponder the shadows that lie beneath our feet, ever ready to consume the unwary. In the flickering light of history, we see the silhouettes of the past, warning us to tread carefully in our quest for progress. In the year of our Lord, 1917, a cataclysmic event befell the serene harbour of Halifax, Nova Scotia, an occurrence so ghastly that it reverberated through the annals of time. The dawn of December 6th began like any other, yet unbeknownst to its denizens, an infernal force lay in wait. The SS Mont Blanc, laden with a deadly cargo of explosives, collided with the SS Emo within the narrow confines of the harbour. The resulting conflagration on Mont Blanc's deck was but a harbinger of the unthinkable. As the flames licked hungrily at the sky, the Mont Blanc drifted towards the Richmond district, an unholy spectre of doom. At precisely 9:04:35 a.m., time itself seemed to halt. The vessel erupted in a cataclysmic explosion, a blast that shattered the very fabric of reality. The sky darkened as a pyrocumulus cloud ascended, marking the zenith of this man-made apocalypse. The ground trembled, buildings disintegrated, and an unholy pressure wave ripped through the city, claiming nearly 2,000 souls and leaving 9,000 more in grievous suffering. The blast's ferocity was such that it spawned a monstrous tsunami, which swept across the harbour, obliterating everything in its path, including the ancient Micmac settlement at Tufts Cove. Halifax lay in ruins, its heart torn asunder by an event of such profound devastation that even the heavens seemed to mourn. The cacophony of destruction resonated for miles, and the shock wave shattered windows as far away as 50 miles, spreading fear and confusion in neighbouring towns. Survivors, dazed and bloodied, emerged from the rubble to a world unrecognisable, a landscape transformed into a grotesque tableau of twisted steel and shattered masonry. Rescue efforts, hindered by the overwhelming destruction, saw heroic endeavours as survivors clawed through the debris to save the injured and the dying. Among them was Vince Coleman, a telegraph operator who, knowing his fate was sealed, transmitted a final desperate message to halt an incoming train, saving countless lives at the cost of his own. In the aftermath, the true scope of the destruction became apparent. The north end was a charnel house of shattered bodies and smouldering wreckage, a testament to the raw, unyielding power of the explosion. Relief efforts poured in from across Canada and the United States, as nations united in the face of the disaster. Temporary shelters sprang up, and the wounded were tended to amidst the ruins, a testament to the resilience and compassion of humanity, even in the darkest of times. The Halifax Explosion, as it came to be known, was not merely an accident, but a grim reminder of humanity's frailty in the face of the unfathomable. It left a scar upon the collective psyche of the survivors, a haunting memory of an event so cataclysmic that it seemed almost otherworldly in its ferocity. Thus, the Halifax Explosion stands as a sombre chapter in our history, a moment when the mundane met the macabre, and the ordinary was consumed by the extraordinary, forever haunting the collective memory of a world stunned by its sheer horror.